Respected dear friends, welcome. My love to you, my special wishes for you, prayers for you to blossom, grow more than all flowers, beautiful put together, to become an asset to yourself and the world at large continuously. And all special prayers to the Lord and Guru are there for you, along with the guidance through the Gita which we are sharing. Make use of all that, break all the shackles, wake up to realize all the dreams of higher achievements, not only for you, but for the world at large. All potentialities are lurking in you lying down. Just harness them, open them up, make use of it. Every effort in which our potentialities are brought out and made right use of. They are the correct efforts. Wherever our potentials are not allowed to express, even if they are expressed, they are for the wrong and negative work, then we are becoming a liability to the world. Think about it and then make this conviction in the heart that every moment there is an opportunity. And encash that every moment named opportunity for your own betterment, especially when you are not compelled by any urgent works, not by any strong obligations or any compelling duties during those days, especially the holiday times. Holidays for a person who wants to grow are not for relaxing and sleeping. Holidays for that person, they are for adding up to his abilities and talents so that he can perform better. है ना? ऐसे दृष्टि बनाकर जो भी छुट्टियाँ मिलेंगे या कुछ भी हो, उसमें और भी अपने आप को ऐड करते जाना। So that there is no field where you don't have knowledge, there is no ability which you can't do something. इस तरह का बनते जाना हमको। Never ever stop our evolution at all. This should be the idea in you. Bhagavad Gita and all such Shastras inform us about the needs and possibilities of these things, give us all the guidance, empowerment, inspiration through the direct talks, through the stories like that of Rama and Mahabharata. All these are nothing but the epics and Puranas only to inspire us as to how to live life for its success and great achievements. Clear? May all this happen to you. I wish and pray. And thank you for being with me regularly for Gita. 11th chapter we are doing, 7 more, that's it. Maybe in few months of time, that also will do it. Maybe another text will start later on. Bhagwan Jare. Abu to be regular, be sincere, be learning it if possible. Inform your friends also. Let more and more join to see what is there in Gita actually. Then how it can be utilized both for our worldly successes as well as spiritual. And what is exactly hidden, I am telling you. Wherever possible, time is permitting, how to translate it for your own lives, career goals, life's goals, that also I am telling. And mainly in Gita, Krishna teaching the Mukti Marga to Arjuna, that being main that I am touching. And wherever I'm not telling about how to use this knowledge for your success, you use it, you think about it, do some homework. But understand that every shloka that way can be used for spiritual evolution as well as worldly achievements. Like, for example, Vishwarupa, as I told you, when the Vishwarupa is meditated on, then you transcend all the Rupa Nama and see that one truth. This is a spiritual gain. At the world level, when you see the whole thing is nothing but expression of God, then you are a boss. Outside you will scold or control the subordinates for the sake of work, but inside you are at peace because all are expression of God. So too, if you are a subordinate as a boss is scolding you, you understand the meaning or purpose of scolding. If there is correction required, improvement required, you do it. But inside you don't feel bad because in that form, the divine Lord only is there. See how much the mind is made peaceful, balanced, non reacting, not losing the cool or energy. With this idea in your Vyavahara, when you say everything expression of God, and there will be a sweetness in your tone and tune that will touch the hearts of the people who are around you, and that makes them love you so much. How many practical benefits are there if the Vishwarupa is practiced along with the spiritual main benefit? Clear? That's how, wherever we are not informing or interpreting, you have your own subtlety, intellect to understand how the Gita can be used for your Vyavahara. Thank you. Now, today, too, we'll have three things of Gita Shlokas 1 or 2, common sense thought, and we started Marga Bandhu Stotram. Today, we'll do the second shloka. Let's start. Om. Om. ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. In our Navagraha Suktam, today is the last mantra related to the Ketu Graha. Clear? Up to the Rahu we have seen yesterday. Today Ketu. From tomorrow we'll do Nakshatra Suktam. Good for our practice. Om Ketung Krundvanna Ketave Pesho Marya Apeshase Samushadbhirajayatha Brahma Devanam Padavi Kavinam Rushirvipranam Mahisho Mruganam Sheno Grudra Nagaswati Tirvana Naga Soma Pavitramate Tirevanna Sachitra Chitram Chitayantamasme Chitrakshatram Chitratamam Vayodham Chandram Rayim Puruviram Bruhantam Chandra Chandrabhir Grunate Yuvasva Om Adi Devata Pratyati Devata सहितेभ्यः केतुभ्यो नमः ओम आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमो नमः ओं केतं कृण्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवीः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां श्येनो गृध्रा नागस्वति तिर्वना नाग सोम पवित्रमत्येतिरेवन् सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रं चित्रतमं वयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पुरुवीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्रचन्द्राभिर्गृणते युवस्व ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितेभ्यः केतुभ्यो नमः ओमादित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ॐ केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवीः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां श्येनो गृध्रा नागस्वति तिर्वना नागः सोम पवित्रमत्येतिरेवन् सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पुरुवीरं पुरुवीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्रचन्द्राभिर्गृणते युवस्व ओम अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितेभ्यः केतुभ्यो नमः ओमादित्यादिनवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमो नमः ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. I am thinking of teaching you Sanskritam 5 days every day, 5 minutes every day, maybe after this Nakshatra Suktam is over or whenever the Lord wants. And what are the aksharas? What are the vowels and consonants, conjunct consonants, what are the sandhi and samasa rules, which are the dhatu pada, dhatu pata. So little bit, they're all available on YouTube, but maybe in our class also 5-10 minutes. Let us see if the Lord wants. Because if you know the Bhasha Sanskrita with grammar, you will be the person lucky enough to study and understand the Shastras deeply, beautifully. It will be of great, great help to you. Let us see. Okay. Now, after the chantings are done, our first topic of the day is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Samdarshana Yoga. Along with Arjuna, let us also visualize that Vishwarupa of the Lord, in which in the Lord only everything is there. That thought we make stronger and stronger. Added to this was the earlier thought of seeing in everything the God, the 10th chapter Vibhuti Yoga, put together. What we'll understand is whole world of names and forms, irrespective of their sizes, their quality, their quantities, their variety of Rupanama, all of them are nothing but the expression of one God only. This thought should become stronger. This is Hinduism. This is Sanatana Dharma. Therefore, everybody in Vyavahara may have different response from our side, but inside the heart we know everything is one God. Therefore, in the Vartana we may do differently depending on requirement, but in Darshana we know everything is one. That's called Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. A Pandita, a Jnani is he who has got the vision of one Lord only in everything. Yet at the time of Vyavahara, you can't have the same Vyavahara. Like in the lion and in the cow, in the human. One God alone is there. That doesn't mean that you put together all of them or give same food to all the three and you give only non-veg to the cow also, human also, lion. Or to the lion you give sabji. Nahi chalta. In the Vyavahara, what lion needs, that only you give. What cow needs, that only you give. In to the human, what he needs, that's what is to be given. Is it not? You can't make a dog and buffalo and man sit in one place and then give the same food to each of them. नहीं होता वो. व्यवहार में you cannot have samata. Samata is an understanding inside that in and through them one God only. Like the mother or father, the parents have, all are my children. That is their drushti. That is samadrushti, samadarshana. But in Vyavahara, leave the daughter, you have to deal with the daughter differently, son different. Chota ladka hai to alag, bada hai to alag. You can't do the Vyavahara same with every child. The child who is doing very well, you can't scold him like you scold the one who is doing not doing well. So you can't appreciate the fellow who is failing again and again, along with the other fellow who is passing. चल ये भी मेरा बेटा, वो मेरा बेटा है, तो दोनों मेरे, इसलिए इसको मैंने अप्रिशिएट किया. बेटा तो पास हो गया, वेरी गुड. लेट मी अप्रिशिएट दैट फेलो आल्सो. बेटा तो फेल हो गया, वेरी गुड. एंड यू कांट डू दैट. दर्शन में एकता होगा, व्यवहार में जैसा जरूरत है. इज इट नॉट? So, in this way, through the Vishwarupa Darshana, our Darshana that everything is God is developed. Generally, we have love and respect, value for everyone, particularly depending on the Vyavahara we do. In all, neither Vyavahara goes wrong, nor our internal intentions become wrong, nor we miss the one Lord to see in the whole world. Three benefits are there in Vishwarupa Darshana. Practice is done by you and I, which is shown to Arjuna by the Lord. अब एक बार पूरा विश्व भगवान के रूप में देखा अर्जुन, उसके बाद उनके मन में कोई आएगा नहीं, ये मेरा मामा है, मेरा दादा है, मेरा अंकल है, टिंकल है, अंकल है, अरे इंक्लूडिंग मी एवरीवन आर इन द गॉड ओनली. दैट इज द हायर ट्रूथ. The mama, mami, nana, nani, papa, papi, chacha, chachi, pupa, pupi, tata, titi. These are all at the lower vyavahar level. They come and go, but we are all part of the Lord. That's always true. That is eternal, that's permanent. We are one with Him. Is it not? See the greatness of Vishwarupa Darshana. If you can meditate on it every day and accept it truly. And anybody who says other than this, no, there's no God, there's only world is real, no relation with the God and world, don't listen to any one of them. They have never studied Geetha. They never had that idea that the whole world is permeated by one truth called as Satchidananda. That Satchidananda alone is expressing as so many these subtle knowledges which you are listening by coming to Geetha classes. Those fellows don't know. So you should tell them, not that they should misguide you. So too the knowledge should help you in changing your vision of the world. Whole universe is one God. And expression time differently because of the requirement there. Like in whole body of me, I am permeating. At the same time, I don't do the confusion of walking with the hands and working with the legs and eating through the nose and smelling through the mouth. This nonsense I don't do. Though I am there everywhere. This अंग से जो करना है वही करता हूँ मैं. In the same way, the Lord as sun expresses as the sunlight. Lord as the moon expresses the coolness of the moon. Lord as the wind expresses as the wind to give the the oxygen, etc. The Lord as the ocean is ready for us to give us water. Bhagavan only in so many forms required for the world in this way, that way is appearing. Therefore, for us, the appearances are real, taken as appearances, not real. The reality is Paramatma. All these appearances we use only in the Vyavahara. We don't give them ultimate reality. Real is only one God. This thing you have to listen 1,000 times and contemplate 1,00,000 times. Then meditate continuously till all the wrong things which are other than this against this are totally removed. This knowledge is like detergent. How long you apply the detergent on the cloth? Till the dirt goes away. The dirt that the world is not real, there is no God in that. Till that nonsense goes away, we have to do this detergent application of continuously doing Vishwarupa Dhyanam, where the whole Vishwa is Bhagavan's Rupa. In Bhagavan only the whole Vishwa is there. Clear? That's the purpose of it. So in the 11th chapter, in the beginning, Arjuna has thanked the Lord for giving this knowledge and removing his delusion. Then Arjuna says, I have seen what the form you said about it, I have believed it, but can you show me if you think I can see? Bhagavan said, yeah, I'm showing you. Then after Bhagavan says, no, you can't see with your ordinary eyes, therefore I am giving you Divyam Dadamte Jakshu Pashamaya Vaishnavam. And as Bhagavan was revealing, Arjuna was saying, Sanjay was reporting to Dhritarashtra. Once the Sanjay reported to Dhritarashtra and Arjuna was ready, now Arjuna takes the mic and talks the beautiful Vishwarupa, various aspects, various parts, various things, various wings that are seen by him, every one of them with all the wonderment, he starts explaining to the Lord. The art means to all of us also, this is what will be Vishwarupa Darshana when Bhagavan gives the Divya Chakshu. So we have seen in this Arjuna, Arjuna Vacha 1, 2, 3, 4 shlokas we have seen. They are so beautiful, worthy of reading or chanting every day. Therefore, let us chant those 4 of them once. Then I will do for today for you the 19th shloka. Uh, mm, या 19th करेंगे बस हम 18th और 19th का एक्सप्लेन करांगे पार्ट तो हम 15 से करेंगे just the chanting will be of 15 16 17 18 then a summary of that then the 19th 4 times chanting and summary of that करना है तो 20 भी करेंगे लेट अस सी व्हाट लॉर्ड वांट्स अर्जुन उवाच पश्यामि देवांस्तव देवदेहे सर्वांस्तथा भूत विशेष संघान् ब्रह्माणमीशं कमलासनस्थं ऋषींश्च सर्वानुरगांश्च दिव्यान् अनेकबाहूदरवक्त्रनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूप किरीटिनं गदिनं चक्रिणं च तेजोराशिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्त्रं पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निरीक्ष्यं समन्तात् दीप्तानलार्कद्युतिमप्रमेयं त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे. These are the 4 we have seen. Among them, the 4th one we will explain again and take up the 5th one shloka enough. Okay. So, Bhagwan ko Arjun कहते हैं यहाँ, having seen that beautiful Bhagwan's Vishwarupa is a variety of appearances. So, and seeing that whole thing, the phenomena that's happening, Arjuna is doing the Anumana, means understanding in himself and accepting what is said in the all Upanishads, etc., is true. And in that, the Lord alone is that truth which is explained in the Upanishad. Therefore, this mantra is more of spiritual Upanishadic knowledge type. Okay, now one by one we will see. Yesterday we touched it, but once more. कि भगवान को अर्जुन कहते हैं कि त्वम अक्षरम, you are that Akshara Parabrahma, the imperishable reality, truth. Everything in you is coming and going, but you are eternally staying there. Therefore, you are having no ksharata. Kshara is decay. Decay leads to the destruction or disappearance. So the decayless, disappearanceless is you. Therefore, tamaksharam. I just believe that Akshara Brahma, which is talked in Upanishads, is you only. Literal meaning is what? You are the truth, that reality, which is imperishable. The tattva hai aap. Tattva ka kabhi nash nahi hota. Tamaksharam. Then tvam paramam veditavyam. You are the worthy of the thing to be known among all the things to be known. Many things you have to know, like you have to know the Vyavahara, you have to know your academics, you have to know your professional skills, you have to know how to communicate with your friends and relatives and family members, you have to know the Constitution of India. Is it not? You have to know the how to follow the traffic rules. They're all Veditavya, they're all worthy of knowing for making us our lives smooth. So, but they only make our lives smooth, but they never add to the ultimate bliss of the freedom. Therefore, what is that by knowing which the ultimate mukti will come? That is God. Therefore, who must be the really ultimately thing to be known? Veditavyam Tvam only. Therefore, Paramam Veditavyam Tvam. Because any other thing known, moksha will not come. But Bhagavan को जानते हैं तो moksha will come. Moksha is from what? From all your limitations. लिमिटेड मोक्ष तो बंधन से होता है. बंधन का अनुभूति क्या होता है? आई एम लिमिटेड, आई एम बाउंड बाय. एनी इंटेलेक्चुअल कॉन्सेप्ट्स अबाउट ourselves which limit us. From all those concepts, we get liberated and we discover ourselves to be one with the Lord who is all pervading, who is infinite, who is birthless, changeless, modificationless, decayless, and deathless. This anubhuti that I am not bound by any parameters of desha, kala, and vastu is called as moksha. So that anubhuti will come to you only when we know Bhagavan. And therefore, knowing Bhagavan becomes most important thing. Therefore, he is a paramam veditavyam, supremely known to be known thing. Now see the paradox of it. That Paramatma, when whom known, we get liberation. Therefore, he must be param veditavyam. Instead of teaching to us about the Paramatma, everything other thing as veditavyam to be known, we are taught. We are learning all of that, but we are not getting the required peace, tranquility, and happiness. Therefore, know all these physical sciences of the world. They are required for Vyavahara. We don't say no. But then they won't give you liberation. Liberation giving is only by knowing Paramatma Tattva through Upanishad study. Therefore, Paramam Veditavyam, the supreme thing to be known, is Bhagavan only. So the Lord, you are imperishable truth. Therefore, you are the one to be known worthy by all of us. Paramam Veditavyam. Matlab Arjuna is feeling guilty. I know you as Krishna earlier, as my cousin, as my friend Paul. We were going together for doing so many things, etc. But your supreme form of yours, now only I am saying actually this form of you, which is the ultimate truth, that is worthy of knowing first before anyway knowing you. So Paramam Veditavyam Tameva. No, you and I also have to think. You know physics, you know chemistry, you know every of the subjects, but none of these things are giving you the truth or reality. But study the Upanishads, contemplate on the Upanishads, meditate on the Upanishad mantras, meditate karo, then you will know that you are that truth which is beyond every of the expressed names and forms. That is called as Tvam Paramam Veditavyam. You are the one supremely thing to be known. जाने जाने वाले विषयों में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट आप है. In the things which are worthy to be known, you are the most worthiest. Paramam Veditavyam. Veditavya. Vedi means to know. Tavya means as a kartavya. Veditavya means it's a kartavya to know it. So among the things to be known by us as kartavya, Paramam kartavya is what? To know the God. That's the meaning of Paramam Veditavya. Second thing is told. न त्वमक्षरम परमवेतव्यम. Third, त्वम अस्य विश्वस्य param nidhanam. Nidhanam is abode. Param nidhanam is supreme abode. त्वम अस्य विश्वस्य param nidhanam. So for the entire world, you are the final abode in which the whole world is standing. Like now, everything has its own nidhanam. Like where are the whole gold ornaments are standing in, gold ornaments are nidhanam in the gold. The pots are standing in the mud. And the waves are standing in the water. The clothes are standing in the thread. So they are all the nidhanam for each one of them. Okay. So what is the nidhanam of the pots? The mud. Which is the nidhanam of the clothes? The thread. Which is the nidhanam of the ornaments? The gold. Which is the nidhanam of the waves? Water. But what is the paramam nidhanam of that water there, this gold there, this cloth, cotton there, or thread, and to this mud? Where are they hanging? Where are they are supported by? That is Paramatma. In the sequence, all of them are supported with the earth. Earth is supported with the water. Water is supported with the winds. Fire. Fire is supported with the wind. Wind is supported with the akasha. Akasha is supported with the mind. Mind is supported with intellect. Intellect is supported by that pure Paramatma. Therefore, who is the Parama support? Paramatma only. Nidhanam means Nidhyate Asmin is Ashraya. They're all coming from God, staying in the God, go back into God only. For us, ultimate ashraya, like for the whole waves, the ashraya is water only of the ocean. It comes in the water, stays in the water, goes back only. And like each of the examples told, they have their own Paramanidhanam called as ashraya. For all of them, the ultimate Paramanidhanam is you only. Asya Vishwasya Paramam Nidhanam. The whole entire outer world as well as the inner world of thoughts. The supreme abode is that Paramatma. Is it not? Is not the whole world, outer and inner, is existing, hanging in the pure existence and consciousness? Take away existence and consciousness. Will anything exist? नहीं रहेगा वो. Therefore, Paramam Nidhanam Paramatma ये जो सतचित रूप है. So, tam aksharam paramam veditavyam, tam aksharam, tam paramam veditavyam, tam asya vishwasya param nidhanam. Next one is tam avyayaha. There is no decay happening to you. Anything which is exposed to the time in the kala, everything gets decayed. You got a new car, but as the time passes, slowly it becomes old. You make a new house, very fresh, very good to see on the day of inauguration, Grah Pravesha. But day by day, slowly it gets older because of the kala prabhava. Paramatma being beyond the kala prabhava, there is no vyaya in Paramatma. Paramatma is avyayaha. अव्यय मतलब डी के हो, व्यय मतलब डी के होना, अव्यय मतलब डी के नहीं होना, खर्च नहीं होना। तो हम अव्यय। Next one is what? Shashwata Dharma Gopta. You are the protector of the Shashwata Dharma. What is Shashwata Dharma? That way of lifestyle by which peace and happiness is prevailed everywhere. That Dharma always should be there at the time of creation. You are the Gopta, you are the protector of that. Is it not? Bhagavan by giving the Shastras, Bhagavan himself by coming as an avatara. What is this? Dharma Gopanam. Dharma ka Raksha. Dharma क्या होता है? That is the dharma by which every individual and the totality, inside and outside, a gross and subtler way, remain happy, coordinated way. That type of lifestyle in which the intellectual understanding is there, vocal words are there, mental emotions are there, physical actions are there. All of that put together is called dharma. So धर्म का कर्म, धर्म का वाणी, धर्म का वृत्ति, धर्म का विचार, जिसके द्वारा मैं और लोग पूरा दुनिया खुश रहेंगे, दोनों का तर्क होता है, उसको धर्म कहते हैं. And ultimate dharma is that knowledge of scriptures by which the Lord is known. So these Shastra dharmas are Shashwata रूप में there. है ना? Remember कि the world, as long as it is there for it to sustain happily and continuously evolve, it has to follow some rules, regulations. They are called as dharma. An individual also, when he has to evolve inside and outside, he'll have to behave in such a manner that's called dharma. These dharmas, as long as the world is to be there, so long they are required. So who comes and protects the dharma from falling because of the negative people? Bhagavan only. तो शाश्वत रूप में धर्म के रक्षा करने वाले हैं आप, और शाश्वत धर्म के रक्षा करने के लिए बार बार अवतार लेकर आते हैं आप. Not only avatar as Ramakrishna, every rishi, muni, guru, saint who are teaching the truth, teaching the reality, teaching the scriptures, teaching us the higher way of lifestyle, all are Bhagwan का ही अवतारीय अंश है. If you can't call it avatar, you can say the Lord is expressing through them divinity. Therefore, in all these ways, by arriving, Bhagwan is doing the Gopanam of the Shashwata Dharma, or Shashwata Roops is going on coming to protect the Dharma. So, Tam Avyaha Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. So Dharma is in Vedas, and Vedas are studied by Brahmanas. Therefore, Brahmanas are protected. The Brahmanas in turn know how to guide the whole world for inner and outer. Therefore, they guide the Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So all put together, intellection, power, and the money and the labor, work. When they four get integrated, that society becomes a most beautiful and happy society. That is how the Varna Ashrama Vyavastha that's given as Dharma, which is given in the Shastras. The Lord has given the Vedas, and through them the Varna Ashrama Vyavastha, and He alone comes and protects and tells us to follow these things so that our prosperity is ensured. So Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Next one, Tam Sanatanaha. You are the Sanatanaha, we are Chirantanaha, means you are eternal. Even there is a time where there is no time, but there is no time where you are not there. You are beyond time, you are eternal. Sanatana is eternal. Sanatanahatvam. So the Lord Himself is Sanatana. Okay, and that Lord establishes that type of lifestyle by which that Lord is realized. That type of lifestyle by which the eternal Lord is realized is called Sanatana Dharma. Now, there is a stupid fellow in Tamil Nadu, yesterday, day before, was talking like a nonsense that Sanatana Dharma is not required, I will eradicate it. How bewakoof that fellow is, blasphemous. Kicked he should be in the buttocks. अरे बेटा सनातन धर्म मतलब परमात्मा धर्म. Paramatma is in you. You yourself are there inside you is Sanatana Dharma. How do you deny that? By denying that, how can you exist? Common sense hai. How can you deny your own presence? There are Rakshasas, Hiranyakashipu. He says there is no God. He says even if the God is there, I'll kill him. The self in you, because of whom you are talking, you are doing, that is God only. How do you say it's not there? And that knowledge which reveals to you that, how do you say that's not there? Murak, all the three generations, that fellow is father and grandfather. All the three are nonsense. First of all, did you study Bhagavad Gita? Did you study Upanishads? Did you study our Bhagavad Ramayana exhaustively? Have you followed all the sadhanas? And after following the sadhanas, when you say there is no God or truth or reality, then there is a meaning to your words. First of all, you belong to another religion. Second, you have total biasness in your heart regarding your hatred toward the Hinduism. And with that negative pus in your heart, such nonsense you talk, how much you are proving how much stupid you are. You are proving to everyone only. See that fellow, when they talk now, you have to be very aggressive. They should not be uttering that nonsense because he is leading some hundreds and thousands of youngsters. Now, in all the youngsters, if this thought enters, this blasphemous nonsense is talking, they all become Nastika. By becoming Nastika, they don't believe God, they don't follow spiritual path. Then, when you don't follow spiritual path, there's another path. Another path is of the worldliness. In the worldliness, there's nothing but enjoyment. For the sake of enjoyment, you do all the nonsense. When you do all the nonsense, you go to Naraka so many times. Now, who is the cause of all that? That stupid fellow who misguided them by this utterance of wrong sentence. Therefore, give respect to your position. In that position, when you are there, what to talk, what not to talk, you must have the awareness. When you maintain your own nastikata inside you, you are punished less. But when you spread that nastikata and disturb the minds of many people, you will be punished million times by putting you in the naraka. All these Christians, all the Mughals, whoever tried to trouble Hinduism, they're all filling the narakas now. Because if at all Lord is there, he should punish those people who are doing the wrong prachara. Whereas we Hindus don't do. We say in your Islam or Christianity or any religion, through that if you think you can reach the God, welcome, go. Because in our own Hinduism, we have 100 paths. We have Karma Yoga, we have Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Kundalini Yoga. हमारे पास इतने मार्ग है जो परमात्मा में लीड करते हैं. So some of them are you do. We never hate anyone. We don't stop anyone. That is the universality of spirituality. Because the paths can be many depending on the temperament of the people. It is allowed. But how can you say the eternal Sanat Dharma is not there and you try to destroy it? Wrong people, they all go to Naraka. Therefore, Sanatanastvam. First of all, did you study our Sanatana Dharma Shastras? Have you understood them? Have you practiced them? Without doing that, how can you blame? How can you just talk nonsense? Just because you have mouth, because your father is chief minister and all? How can it be done? So you being youngsters, study our Sanatana Shastra, Geetha पढ़ रहे हो ना? इसमें क्या गलत बात बताए बताओ? Everything is your devotion, everything is intellection, everything is logical, everything is such a beautiful authority of the Upanishads. Only thing is what? We have to become pure and subtle to study them and have the patience to practice it to the core. Then you see the experience. If that time also the experience doesn't come, then you can become the opposite to that. Mind you, there are millions who talked about Hinduism without knowing it. But there is not even one fellow who has understood the Hinduism said that it is wrong. If it all one or two have said, they are only because of utter fanatics of some other place, some other religion. They are frightened of missing their bhoga, etc. Therefore, those people spoke some nonsense. Otherwise, Sanatana ke Shastra, Upanishad padho tum log, Gita padho. You have to bend your head and say namaskar and accept it. Very, very careful, beta, along with your own studies, career, through that serving the country, you have to protect our great Shastras, Sanatana Dharma, and pass it on to them after you study and get benefit out of it. And our benefit is what? Filling our heart with the presence of the Lord everywhere and love everyone, serve everyone, generally. Particularly when such nonsense fellows come, you will love them also by kicking them. Like the mother and father kick the children, that kick also is love. Guru also scolds the disciple, that also is a love. Because the child has to become good. Today is Teachers' Day, September 5, 2023. So in the same way, you should know all these things as you are growing, maturing. Only at the time of listening, learning, it's difficult. But once you learn, they make your life very smoother. Therefore, Sanatanastvam, O Lord, you are the eternal beyond the time. And Purushaha Matome, that eternal being the Purushaha, you are the one. The real Purusha, the real being you are. So tam aksharam paramam veditavyam asya vishwasya param nidhanam tam avyayah shashvata dharma gopta tam sanatanaha tam purushaha me mataha. Seeing you are this form, whatever I studied in the Upanishads, now I understand that it is you only. In the 7 ways Arjuna has described the Lord which he is seeing. Now, in one more shloka which we will study today, Bhagavan Arjuna says what he is seeing in the Lord. 19th mantra, let us chant Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपसन्दर्शनयोगः अर्जुन उवाच अथ एकविंशतितमः श्लोकः 4 times quickly I will do अनादि अर्जुन उवाच अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् 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 अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम् पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम् पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम् पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम् अर्जुन उवाच अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रम् स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम् अगेन अर्जुन उवाच अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तबाहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रं स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम्. So tam pashyami. You I am seeing. When I am seeing you, I am seeing all these things in you. Therefore, this you I am seeing you. This you I am seeing. What are they? In this shloka also, like in the Vibhuti Yoga, in each of these things, Lord is this. Among all Himalayas, all mountains, I am the Himalaya. And among all the trees, I am the Shattavruksha. Among all the animals, I am the Mrugas, I am the lion. I am among all the birds, the Vainateya, the Garutman. So here also in Bhagavan, all these things are seen. First, Anadi Madhyantam. अनादि मध्यांतम. आदि नहीं है, मध्य नहीं है, अंत नहीं है. That is what you I am seeing. आदि मध्य अंत नहीं है, ऐसा भगवान. He is therefore eternal. I told you, आदि means cause, birth. Anta means dissolution. Madhya means modification. So birthless, modificationless, deathless is that Lord. You have to understand it this way. Nobody will tell you, listen carefully, hear me, that this whole world is born and dying, continuously changing in between. There is some substratum behind which is supporting all these births and changes and destruction. That is called Anadi Madhyanta, Anadi Madhyantam, that Anadi Amadhya Anantam. That is called as Bhagwan. That Bhagwan only is now in the form of Krishna. Krishna is doing his Vishwarupa. In that Vishwarupa, Arjuna is saying that aspect of birthless, modificationless, deathless or endless expression of the divinity. Anadi Madhyantam. Again, no, you can never doubt Bhagavan Krishna is born to Devaki Vasudeva in that jail. Then he has left this world and gone into Vaikuntha Loka. How can you say Anadi Madhyantam? Ayya Baba, Anadi Madhyanta Paramatma appeared as Krishna as an avatara to do the work on the horizon. Then he went back into his main position. Yeah, Rama and Krishna, they are avatars of that Paramatma. Paramatma, like the water, gets solidified for its own different purposes. So to the Paramatma crystallizes in the form of Krishna and Arjuna to do Krishna and Rama ityadi to do the work of Dharma Samstapana, as we now just saw Sanatanastam Purushottame. Before that, Tamaveha Shashwata Dharma Gopta. है ना, धर्म के गोप्ता है आप, इस तरह भगवान आकर एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. अदरवाइज that truth, that principle, that reality on which things come and go and itself neither born nor modifying nor change. Like the iron. Iron is never born, never dying, never changing. But on the iron only, somebody projects the nail, somebody screw, somebody the nut, somebody the bolt. So these nails, screws, nuts, bolts are called as the world which are coming and going. But what about the iron? It is Anadi Madhyanta. Example के लिए, but that iron also comes and goes. What is that? From where it has come, where it has signed, where it is gone? That's Paramatma. That Paramatma is your Lord. I can visualize it in your Vishwarupa. So Vishwarupa is not only the forms of the Lord. All these concepts, all these understandings, all these Upanishadic truths, everything Arjuna is saying. Therefore, he is saying like the earlier shloka. Earlier shloka, everything was talking about the Upanishadic truth only, the ultimate truth only. Tavaksharam param veditavyam ityadi. So Anadi Madhyantam, हो गया one thing. beginningless, modificationless, endless, eternal being you are. Second is Anantaviryam. The virya, the promise of the Lord, the power of the Lord is endless, because of which only He is allowing with that power on Him to get the world projected, stay there and go back. And what is the variety of the world, the magnanimity of the world, of the all worlds, universes, if you have that plural, the cosmoses, if you have that. How much must be the virya of the Lord that He is allowing all this to manifest on Him. That's why Ananta Viryam. सेकंड वन इज भगवान का वीर्य जो है, शक्ति जो है, अंत नहीं है उसका. यू एंड आई हैव द अंत वीर्य. है ना, 1 आवर क्लास सुन लिया थक जाते हैं, 1 घंटा पढ़ लिया थक जाते हैं. इवन इफ यू लव टू सी टीवी क्रिकेट 6-7 घंटे देख ली, वीर्य खत्म, विल स्लीप. पर भगवान का वीर्य शक्ति अनंत है. वीर्य मीन्स prowess, ability to create, to maintain, sustain, is going on doing. Like the Ananta Virya of the ocean that is going on waving from the time immemorial. Ananta Virya Bhagavan Surya, that from that time is going on giving the heat and light through the rays. You know, Vayu, Ananta Virya is going on winding. From when it is doing, we don't know. The wind is blowing. In the same way, Prithvi Anantaviram, therefore, how many trees have come and gone, how many plants have come and gone, how many leaves have come and gone, how many of the shrubs have come and gone, how many creepers came and gone, how many flowers, fruits, vegetables, other things. Anantaviram. Is it not? In the same way, भगवान का इन सब का वीर्य भगवान के कारण है. देखो भगवान इज अनंत वीर्यम. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज अनंत बाहुम. द लॉर्ड इज देयर having the infinite hands. What you have to understand there by this? Anywhere there the hands are there, all of them belong to the Lord. Anywhere the virata is there, prowess, that all belongs to the Lord. Which we have seen the 10th chapter. यद्यत विभूतिमत सत्वम श्रीमत ऊर्जितमेव वा तत्तत् एव अवगच्छत्वम मम तेजोंश संभवम. जो हमने पढ़ा ना, उसका अर्जुन देखकर कह रहा है. So Tamadhi Madhyanta means everything coming, going back into you. Ananta Virya means everywhere the Virya expresses yours only. Ananta Bahum, wherever the hands are there working differently, through that hand you only are working, that hand belongs to you, it is you only. So I am working with my hand. This hand belongs to Him. Without Lord in the hand will not have the capacity to work in your hands also. Ananta Bahum. Then Shashi Surya Netram. The Lord has got His eyes, which are the Surya and Chandra. शशि और सूर्य ही भगवान के नेत्र है. शशि सूर्य नेत्र. विश्वरूप में भगवान का आंख को चंद्रमा सूर्य कहते हैं. It all comes in the Upanishads and all. We study that भगवान के विराट रूप के आंख से एक तरफ चंद्रमा, दूसरी तरफ भगवान सूर्य आए हैं. And that सूर्य चंद्र are monitoring the whole world. So Anadi Madhyantamananta Viryamananta Bahum Shashi Surya Netram. Then such you I am seeing. Pashyami Tvam. Another one, Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. I am seeing your mouth, which is with very brightly blazing fire. This fire is of what? In everybody's stomach, that burning, that the digesting power is the Lord, or in everybody's mouth, the ability to speak. And the speech is presided by the God fire. That's why we call it the fiery speech. है ना, inspired speech. वाग अग्नि हर एक भाषा में बोलते हो. So the fire, because of which every one of us are speaking, that is Bhagwan only. So to Deepta Hutasha Vaktra means what? Whenever we do the yajna, we offer the oblations into the fire. All the yajnas wherever are happening, all the fires wherever are there, all are nothing but Bhagwan's mouth only. Into that fire only, we are offering all the oblations. This will come in the next 2-3 shlokas again. So Anadi Madhyantamantaviryam Antavahum Sheshurya Netram Pashamitvam Deepta Hutashavaktam. Finally, Swatejasa. With your tejas and heat, Vishwamidam Tapantam. You are making or heating up the whole world. Heating up means making the beings put into the action, activity. And the whole world is not a dead cold matter like Chandamama. Is it not? Chandamama also is living only. There is a Chandra Bhagavan who is a presiding deity. For the human and other animals, etc., to live, the conducive atmosphere things may not be there at present. They say earlier the Prithvi was Chandrama only, when because of the beings, when the Prithvi was destroyed, that it has become Chandrama as like a dead plant. In the meantime, the earth came, it was first ready for the human being to inhabit it or other beings. Therefore, it has becoming living dynamic world, the earth. ऐसा साइंस बोलती है, आपको भी पता है. So the tapantam means scorching and heating, which is a sign of life. Because when the heat is not there, banda is dead and gone. Is gone cold, thanda pad gaya. बोलते हैं ना कि मर गया तो. So where is the life? The whole world is having it from the heat. That heat is Bhagwan ka. Swatejasa Vishwavidam Tapantam. Giving the life also, putting the beings in the activity also, it is Bhagwan only. So in that way, Anadamadhyanam Anantaviryam Anantabhavam Sheshur Netram Pashyavitvam Deeptavtashavaktam Swatejasa Vishwavidam Tapantam. In this sloka, these are the 5-6 things Arjuna is saying in Lord, he is explaining. Now you all have to listen these things 5-6-7 times, then only you will have the nerve developed in you to catch the essence of these things. And don't just laugh at it and don't say ऐसा कैसा सब हो सकता है. आजकल ग्राफिक्स में आप देख नहीं रहे हो क्या टीवी में कि कोई एक बंदे में सारे दिखते हैं आपको. अब एक ग्राफिकली इफ यू कैन डू दैट यूनिवर्सली, डू यू थिंक इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल? In the Lord only the whole world is manifesting. It's Bhagavan's graphics. It is graphic is designing. But He is truth and His reality, and from Him everything has come. Therefore, if you say Him as real, then all other are unreal. From His standpoint, if you see, all are my own self. Therefore, they are all real as the Lord. Other than the God, they don't have independence. They don't have the existence. Again, the pot has no existence independent of the mud. But as the mud, pot is real. As the mud, pot is real. But without the mud, pot is not at all existing. It's only a word. In the same way, the world is only word. Without Paramatma, it can't exist. But Paramatma alone in the form of the world, just like the mud alone in the form of the pot. So these are the things again and again. Remember, listen, think, sharpen your intellect in the understanding of these higher truths, and live life like that. Right from now onwards, you are engaged. Don't postpone it to the future, and don't get engaged now in the nonsense, which makes you nastika, that like that fellow, which makes you a bhogi of the worldliness, which takes away all your subtle abilities and capacities, and you will be a waste fellow, can't be called as born in Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma or Bharat Mata. Don't be that youngster. I want every one of you to go through your academics and excel there, and to study Shastras and catch the essence and crux of it, and live this noble life of spiritual evolution also, and take up the responsibility also. Anybody who is doing nonsense of any sort, be aggressive enough to teach the lesson to them as individual or as total. If you can't do anything, at least do prayer. Like I can't do anything except suggesting you and praying in my mind. Oh Lord, what that fellow is talking is blasphemous, wrong. Please teach him buddhi. सद्बुद्धि दो उसको, हानि मत देना. सद्बुद्धि दे दो ताकि वो समझ जाए what is talking is nonsense, immaturity, मूर्खता, which is disturbing the world, peace of the mind of the people. Just change yourself, become cool. In your own name there is Hinduism is there. In your father name there is Hinduism is there. In the grandfather name there is the Hinduism is there. Sanatana Dharma is there. Sanatana Dharma is eternal truth. Eternal truth is God. So I pray that you also can pray and do best what you can. Both you can't do, then do at least yourself. Study the Shastras, live life spiritual along with outer success. Thank you. This is our today's Geetha message. We go to the next one, the common sense thought. Quickly we finish it because of the time. The common sense thought for the day is the mind's mischief of what it does. Mhm. Important thing key, something we've started doing, and the mind has a tendency of continuing to do the routine. There's not much wrong in it, but there is another possibility it's there. What is it? Bring the intellect and observe what is the routine continuing, and if that continuous routine is bad for your health, for your peace, for your success, and also for the integration of the society totality, just drop it. If that continuous routine thing which you are doing is a correct thing, not a wrong thing, good thing, not a bad thing, then think about how can it be improved upon, how can be made better, so that the better results come, better opening ups happen, better evolutions happen in us. Like routine, I am talking Gita. No, it's a good thing. My intellect should come and say to me, when you're doing Gita anyway, how can you improve it upon so that the youngsters can catch it, understand it? So this is called as my improvement of my ability to talk on Gita in your interest or benefit, including mine. Otherwise, what mind does in its mischief? हाँ कर रहे हैं ना daily Gita करते जाओ. Or in any other bad habit is there, which is detrimental and destruction to me. How can you continue it? Bring the intellect, observe it, drop it. Some bad habits are there of eating, consuming, or the talking, or the topics that are taken up for discussion or thinking. तो इन सबको भी जानकर बुद्धि से, अगर बुरे है तो छोड़ देना, अच्छे तो इंप्रूव करना. दिस इज व्हाट द कॉमन सेंस कंटेंट. व्हाई human being is expected to be a dynamic person of improving himself to evolve to reach the acme, the final. Even after reaching the absolute truth, still there's an improvement. What is the improvement there? In terms of your own serving the other jivas to evolve. चलता ही रहता है वो वाला सिलसिला. Therefore, mind's mischief of making us stick to the routine. Bring the intellect, observe what's routinely done. If it's bad, you just drop it. If it's good, it is improve. And also, other things to be added to add upon to our life's growth, add that also. Like in schools, colleges, schools में वे LKG क्या पढ़ाते हैं, सेकंड थर्ड क्लास में आते ही सब्जेक्ट ऐड करते जाते हैं कि नहीं. As is growing, more subjects are added. So to whatever to be added for our own evolution, add karo. Whatever is detrimental, remove karo. Already good things we are already doing, keep on improving it upon. Like you are coming to class every day, improve upon your attending regularity as well as sincerity to listen and understand. If you are not coming to the class, come to the class. If you are going somewhere which is not good for your progress, and stop going. This is how the intellect should always be alert and observe. Intellect should be like the father, the mind like a child. The father should always observe the child and see to it that it doesn't go in wrong path. The intellect should always observe the mind to see that it doesn't go in the wrong path of destruction for oneself and the world. That's our today's common sense thought. Thank you. Now we'll do our second shloka of our Marga Bandhu Sotram. Okay. What is that second one? Very beautiful. Lord Shiva Marga Bandhu. शिव भगवान के हजारों नाम, विष्णु के हजार नाम है. तो हियर वी रिक्वेस्ट हिम टू help us en route, protect us en route, empower us en route, be us with us en route till we become successful in our daily path of our own, whatever we go there physically, our path of whatever the life's goals we have chosen, and our path of spiritual evolution. ये भगवान आप बनो हमारे लिए मार्ग बंधु, फिर हमारी रक्षा करो. In this way the Shiva is done prarthana. So that Shiva Bhagwan called as the Margabandhu, on whom Sadashiva Brahmendra Yogi Ji has given that this Stotram beautiful. We started yesterday, first look I have seen. Today we are doing second one. Second one is what? Ange Virajat Bhujangam. Lord is the one, Shiva, who is having all the serpents as the ornaments on his body. Serpent is the sign of ego. So every egoistic person goes and surrenders to Shiva. He will just take them as ornaments. He doesn't hate them. Only Lord Shiva can do that. Vishnu also sleeps on the serpent bed. One is Bhujaga Shayanam, other is Bhujaga Bhushanam. Lord Shiva is Pannaga Bhushana, Bhagavan Vishnu is Pannaga Shayana. So, Ange Virajat Bhujangam. Everywhere the Bhujanga snakes are there as ornaments to Lord Shiva. He doesn't touch because already has got the Visha in his throat, they won't harm him. The poisonous snake, which is poisonous to others, is not poisonous to the Lord. It doesn't harm him. That is the beauty of Shiva. Now, on this point, I can talk 1 hour, but it's no time. The main meaning, I'm telling you, don't conclude that Swami ने सब कुछ बताया और इतना ही इसका meaning है. No. Ange Virajat Bhujanga means even serpents are the ornaments to the Lord. Therefore, even the Lord, bad things and beings also in the world are Lord takes them also as his own ornament, his own expression. He doesn't hate them. He improves them. Now, when the ornaments are or the snakes are on the Lord, they are no more poisonous. So too, when the Lord blesses those bad people, when they surrender to them, the badness in them goes away. In that way, you can understand. Ange Virajat Bhujangam. Then Abhra Ganga Taranga Abhirama Uttamangam. Abhra means Prakashamana, Ganga Taranga. Abhirama Uttamangam. Uttamangam is head. Abhirama is beautiful. Beautified by Ganga Taranga, the waves of Mother Ganges. Lord Shiva has got Ganga on his head. Therefore, the Ganga Taranga is giving the beauty to his Uttamanga called as head. Abhra Ganga Taranga Abhirama Uttamangam. Then Omkara Vati Kurangam. The Lord is the deer in the Vatika of Omkara. The one who is chanting Om again and again, that Lord Shiva, with his Shiva Tattva of peace, of tranquility, of happiness, of joy, he starts expressing. Therefore, Omkara Vati Kurangam. Then Siddha Samsevita Angrim. All the Siddha Purushas, Bhaktas, Yogis, Jnanis, they do the worship of Lord Shiva all the time his feet. Therefore, they are blessed by the Shiva for becoming Siddha Purushas. Siddha Purush बनने के लिए भी for his blessings, बनने के बाद out of gratitude, they do the seva of Bhagwan Shiva's Angri. Angri means feet. So by this, what's said then? Ange virajat bhujanga means what? Oh Lord, let my ego be eliminated by you. Abra Ganga Taranga Virama Uttamanga means let in my intellect the Jnana Ganga, Bhakti Ganga enter. Omkaravati Kurangam, let me always revel in the Om Pranava, that is the truth of the divinity of the reality. Siddha Samsevitangrim may become Siddha Purusha by your grace. Even after that also, I always be at your feet serving you. So these are each of the shlokas will have their subtle spiritual meaning along with what you do as devotion and also something learning from us. Learning is what? The Vishwarupi, any of the things that are coming from the outer world, take them as ornament. Take the ornaments means how you cherish the ornament, like that you cherish them by learning something from them. So to Abraganga Taranga Viramottamanga means let your head be always filled with wisdom and love. Omkaravati Kuranga means keep on chanting the Omkara, that means maintain your tranquility, peace and single mindedness of the mind. So to by all the three things, Siddha Samsevitangre means be a person of Siddhi, success in this world. Don't be a failure by non-performance. In this way, व्यवहार के लिए सीखो, भक्ति के लिए सीखो, ज्ञान के लिए सीखो, हर एक श्लोक से. ठीक है. ओम अतः श्री मार्गबंधु शिव परमात्मनः अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराण इतिहास भगवत भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृते सांप्रदायिनां शास्त्राणां गुरु शिष्य परंपरायाः देवता परंपरायाः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निश्चित समस्त साधक भक्त सेवकानां दिग्विजयार्थम ये धर्म सनातन व्याप्ति सनातन धर्म से महिमासु च विघ्नाः भवन्ति विघ्नकर्तारः सर्वेषां तेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थं श्री अप्पय दीक्षितार कृत मार्गबंधु सूत्रांतर्गत द्वितीय श्लोक से जपम पारायण वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओके, थर्ड वन, सेकंड वन. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. अगेन, अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं शंभो महादेव देव. शिव शंभो महादेव देवेश शंभो शंभो महादेव देव. शंभो महादेव देव. शंभो महादेव देव. What a beautiful stotram, lovely. So फिर पूरा पढ़ो, फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड. फालावनम्रत्किरीटं फालनेत्रार्चिषादग्ध पञ्चेषु कीटं शूलाहतारतिकूटं शुद्धमर्धेन्दुचूडं भजे मार्गबन्धुं शंभो महादेव देव. अंगे विराजद्भुजंगम अभ्रगंगातरंगाभिरामोत्तमांगम ओंकारवाटीकुरंगम सिद्ध संसेवितांघ्रिं भजे मार्गबंधुं bandhum Shambho Mahadeva Deva Shiva Shambho Mahadeva Devesha Shambho Shambho Mahadeva Deva Shambho Mahadeva Deva Nama Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadeva Har. So we have learnt our Marga Stotram Slokam. We have seen the common sense thought of minds, mischief, continue the routine, bring the intellect and improve upon. If the good things are done, if the bad are done, drop them. And in Geetha, we have seen the earlier, yesterday Shloka, Tavaksharam Parameditavyam. Today we have seen Anadivadhyanta, Mananta Viryam, Ananta Bahum, Sheshi Surya Netram, Pashamitvam, Deepta Utasavaktram, Swatejasa Vishwavidam, Tapantam. So just spend 5-10 minutes at home, feel the meaning of these Vishwarupa Darshana and feel the meditation in you. So too, the beautiful Marga Bandhu Stotram is very helpful for your Marga. Throughout the life, you have to keep on traveling on your path of success. This Stotra must be by hearted and chanted. It will have immense help to you. So to in that our common sense thought. We have seen Geetha ka shlok bhi humne dekha. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Om Durjana Sajano Bhuyat Sajana Shanti Vapniyat Shanta Vachidavandevya Muktaschanya Anvimochedasto Mahadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Murtyor Mahamurtyogamaya Om Purnamada Purnamida Purnat Purnamudachade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishte Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah. Bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai, Geeta Mata ki jai, Vedavyas Bhagavan ki jai, Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai, Sri Samba Sadashiva Bhagavan ki jai. Today is the Upadhyaya Dinosam, the Teacher's Day. For us generally, the Guru Purnima is the main day, but that will keep for all spiritual teachers ka day and all others also. Today the teachers who have taught us academics, etc., respect them, thank them, because without their teaching, this knowledge will not come to us. Without that, we can't have our livelihood, etc. And on the very same day, because it's Teachers' Day, respect our your spiritual gurus also. Be in touch with them, in tune to them, and keep on becoming deserving to be taught by them. And when they teach, keep on learning also. Be a student throughout the life to learn from our elders and teachers. Thank you. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha, because Guru Purnima. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, because of Geetha. Om Namah Shivahya, because we have studied our Marga Bandhu Stotram. Thank you, friends. Take care. Just inform about our beautiful site to your known so that they can get benefit. Thank you.